Thank you, Acting Speaker. I rise to speak in support of one of Queensland's important pieces of planning reform for our state, the Planning, Social Impact and Community Benefit and Other Legislation Amendment Bill 2025. This bill is not just about process, it's about people. It's about ensuring our fast-growing communities like Redlands are not simply places on a map for developers, but thriving, well-planned places where people live, work and raise families. Communities that are heard, respected and left off better. This week, the Queensland Parliament aims to pass legislation that does exactly that. It delivers a stronger voice for communities in major developments. It improves transparency and local input. It ensures that projects, especially major or state significant ones, deliver long-term social benefits. And critically for Redlands, it clears the way for Olympic legacy projects like the Birkdale Community Precinct and the Redlands Whitewater Centre to progress with certainty and momentum. This bill introduces a new community benefit system into the Queensland planning framework, a real step forward for public engagement. Under these reforms, project proponents will be required to engage early, build social licence and work with local governments and the communities affected. That means no more tick-a-box consultation at the end of the process. Instead, it's front-loaded with meaningful community involvement before development applications are even lodged. That's a win for Redlands residents who have, for too long, felt that local voices have been drowned out by bureaucratic noise or development timelines. The planning bill makes amendments to several key pieces of legislation, including the Planning Act 2016, City of Brisbane Act 2010, Local Government Act 2009, and Planning and Environment Court Act 2016. But at its heart, it's about delivering better outcomes, not just more paperwork. As the member for Redlands, I have advocated strongly for these reforms because I know how passionate our community is about protecting what makes Redlands special, our natural environment, our neighbourhood character, and the lifestyle we all value. That's why I'm proud this bill gives local councils a greater role in shaping what community benefit looks like, because it's not just about whether a project fits within zoning rules, it's whether it leaves a positive legacy, whether it builds better transport links, delivers parks and green space, and supports housing where it's needed, or creates new local jobs. That's what residents expect, and that's what they deserve. And this bill also strengthens planning governance and streamlines approvals for our state's Olympic infrastructure, ensuring Queensland is Games ready in 2032, and that local communities like the Redlands see real, lasting benefits from this once-in-a-generation opportunity. The Brisbane Olympic and Paralympic Games Arrangements Act has also been updated through this bill to enable more effective delivery of Games venues, villages and transport infrastructure. That includes projects identified in the 2032 delivery plan, such as the Redlands Whitewater Centre, a facility that will not only host Olympic competition, but continue as a high-performance training centre, recreational facility and tourism draw card for decades to come. The Birkdale Community Precinct, which includes the Whitewater venue, is being designed as a lasting community asset, a hub of green space, recreation, culture and heritage. Thanks to this bill, planning pathways for this Olympic legacy project are now clearer, more efficient and more responsive to community needs. Importantly, these projects are backed by both state and Commonwealth funding, helping ensure they are delivered without placing the burden on local ratepayers. That's smart, responsible approach to growth and one that Redlands will welcome. The bill also amends the Economic Development Act 2012 to ensure Economic Development Queensland can better focus on its core task, increasing housing supply and delivering homes in priority development areas. That means more housing where it's needed with appropriate infrastructure and planning to support it. In our region, as we plan for population growth across areas like Southern Thornlands and the Redlands Coast, these reforms are timely. They will help ensure developments include upfront consideration of transport, schools, healthcare and community infrastructure. No more reactive planning. No more last-minute scrambling. This is about anticipating the needs of a growing region and meeting them in partnership with the people who live there. The bill also strengthens governance arrangements for Olympic delivery, including streamlining the work of the Games Independent Infrastructure and Coordination Authority, GICA. GICA's role has been clarified and focused to deliver Games venues on time, within budget, and in line with community expectation. The bill ensures these venues are built to last, with primary legacy uses such as housing, sport and recreation in mind. There are also safeguards to ensure that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander cultural heritage is respected through a clear alternative process for engagement and consultation. For Redlands, this legislation is a milestone. It delivers on what our community has asked for: transparency, early engagement, and a genuine say in shaping our future. It ensures that projects we are proud of, like the Birkdale Precinct and the Whitewater Centre, can move ahead with confidence, supported by streamlined processes, clear governance, and a strong community oversight. It reinforces our commitment to making the Olympic and Paralympic Games a legacy that reaches well beyond the 17 days of competition, into the homes, parks, and neighbourhoods of the Redlands Coast and beyond. In closing, I want to thank the Planning Minister and all those involved in developing this bill. It's a smart reform, it's people-first reform, and it's a legacy-building reform, because growth is inevitable, but positive legacy is a choice. And today, through this legislation, we've chosen to give communities like Redlands the stronger voice they deserve.
Speaker.
Thank you, Member.
Speaker.
I call